Hey, Maria Cosman here again from the great state of Idaho. It is cold today, but it's not raining again. So, there's a couple things I want to talk to you about today. One is the biggest obstacle. That's what I titled my blog. Is your biggest obstacle is really your greatest asset. That's something that I just learned a couple weeks ago at my event, and it came from a man who was deaf and had now become able to hear. He had like surgery on his ears, and it was very risky surgery. But when I heard this man get up and talk about, first of all, he had been deaf, now he was not deaf, and his struggle, and now he was successful. He's a missionary, and he was able to, make an income online, which was incredible. But just the idea that we have to change in order to have that thought to think our biggest obstacle is our greatest asset. That's a whole total different mind shift. Totally. I mean, who thinks about it? Do you think about it that, oh, my problems are my greatest asset? No, we think about them as our biggest problem, and that is something that we have to overcome, right? But in this instance, I think the guy's really, I think his name is Miguel, and his idea is that don't look at things as an obstacle, like we can't get through it. Because an obstacle course, what is an obstacle course? An obstacle course is something where you have to get over, get under, or get through, right? And so I look at that as, some of the things that come up, they can be our stepping stones to our greatness. And we just don't embrace it. So we need to embrace that today. I'm telling you right now, that's what I'm doing, and I want you to do the same thing. Think outside the box, think of it as a different way. So for me, what are my problems? I have, not my problems, my obstacles. I'm a single mom. I have 11 children. I was married for 24 years. I was not ever a career woman. There's a lot of things that I've been through, and I'm still going through difficulties with an ex-husband, all that stuff. But when I heard him say that to me, it just opened up the door to so much more for me. And just, it opened up the door. Wow, why was I thinking about it as a bad thing and not a good thing, right? So I want to give you a little example really quick. My son, my ninth child, it's a lot, So my ninth child, he, very sensitive, low pain tolerance. He wants to play football. It was a couple years ago. And I'm thinking to myself, what is he thinking, man? He's sensitive. He can't stand his brothers touching him. He's always whining, And I'm thinking, football's not your deal, good. No, wait, no, not your deal. But he really wanted it. So I was like, okay, I'll let you do it. I'm going to let you do this. But I said, you can't quit. Once I pay for this, you cannot quit. He goes, okay, Mom, okay. And the first practice comes, and he's all excited, and he gets out there, and he's like, oh, I don't know. And he starts freaking out. He starts having an anxiety attack. He starts crying. And part of me's like, well, should I, shouldn't I? How far do I go here, And I felt like he had to conquer this. He had to get through this. He created the obstacle, and he's going to finish it. He's going to finish it. I just knew he had to. And it kind of felt like I was being mean, But anyway, so I made him do it every practice, and I had to leave the practice field because I didn't want him to rely on me. And the story is that he finished the year the most improved player, and he'd never played football before. He learned to work through it. Now, is football his greatest thing? He doesn't really. He thinks it's okay. He plays basketball now, but the idea for me was that he conquered something that that was very difficult. That it became an obstacle because he didn't want to do it. It was hard. It hurt. He had to think of things like doing the plays and all that other stuff, which he'd never done before. So I want you to think about that. Use it as an example that sometimes when we put ourselves in positions that are painful or difficult or hard, is kind of an obstacle, but we can use it for our asset. And he used that as an asset for him to grow, for him to become better, for him to learn something new. And he finished out the year, which I was so proud of him. So I want you to take that with you today. Just a couple notes on that. My blog today is going to be a little expounding on what I learned from Miguel. And I hope you have a wonderful day, and think outside the box today. Think about that your obstacles really aren't something that's a problem for you, but it is something that you can go through, that you can go over, you can go under, you can work through your issues, and they can become your greatest assets. So with that said, have a wonderful day. Connect with me on Facebook. And if you want to join my blogging challenge, I'd love to talk with you. If you're worried or afraid, just give me a message and email me. My email's connected on the end of this. this blog as well. So have a wonderful day, and we'll see you later.